Thank you so much for pressing play. My name is Kim Cardeccia, and I am glad that you are interested in listening to what the horses shared with me this week. What I want to share with you is based in what my red horse, Sunshine to My Heart, chose. He gave me the best gift ever. I'll cut to the chase and let you know that this great gift, it was that he chose not to run me over. Now, that might not sound like a wonderful present, but let me tell you why it meant the world to me. Aside from the obvious of not physically annihilating me or even just bruising me considerably, this gift was so very special. I end up sharing often about my red horse. He teaches me so much about interacting with horses as well as teaching me about myself. He has a very big presence and isn't shy at all about expressing his opinions. He is a big inspiration for my becoming even more of an outlier than I was before I was lucky enough to partner with him. Sometimes we call that being his owner, but he prefers partnering with him. Over our years together, I have received much advice on what I should do with him or how I should treat him. Fortunately for both of us, I haven't heeded most of it, as I felt that it didn't encompass and embrace our essence as a team and his essence as a sentient being. I didn't always know what quite I should do with him, but I was really figuring out what I didn't want to do. Sunshine teaches me daily to follow my intuition and trust myself. And there is a whole range of interesting to this. One of the things that I have heard often about him is that he's too pushy, and I need to fix that as he's asserting his dominance over me. I know, I need to let him know that I'm the leader and make him move his feet. And, not kidding about that language, it's very emphatic, very rigid. I'm going to say bold, but not really very demanding. Um, and let me tell you that my red horse would have a pretty good laugh at me attempting to basically boss him around, because that's what a lot of this sentiment entailed. And one thing about my red horse, he is mouthy. He used to bite or try to bite me a lot. And I say try to bite because I learned to be watchful for where his mouth is. And since I knew he was likely to bite me, I would try to keep myself out of range of the teeth. And I learned that from experience. His behavior grew from a more intense bite to almost a way of interaction where occasionally he would take my clothes in his teeth. Not that I really encourage that behavior, but he's quick and a little sneaky. And so sometimes he got me. And he is also very, very good at pushing boundaries, pushing the edges. Like I said, he's big and opinionated. We have developed our own system in partnership based on, well, pretty much based on him. And we've spent over a decade coloring outside of the lines. It's not simple to describe the bond or partnership that we have because it is very atypical. Even though I was not about to heed the unsolicited advice I was given, I didn't have solid external proof that what I was deciding to do with my red horse, whether it was on or off base, I didn't quite know what. I couldn't necessarily make things simple and say, oh yeah, well, I'm the leader and he respects me because I can make him move his feet. So, there were lots of question marks, and that changed when he chose not to run over me. And how this happened, I've seen my red horse look concerned as well as startled, but I haven't ever seen him look scared like he did when he made this spectacular decision. I had him in our little demo space in the barn on a very windy day. You know, it's been one of these times where the first cold days and all the horses are a bit rattled. And there were many noises due to the wind and, you know, the work being done around the barn, and these things were catching his attention. We do a lot of liberty work, and so he was offline. And my red horse was standing by the long wall, focusing his attention on reaching his nose toward the window into the barn aisle, you know, just being curious, being him, seeing what would happen. And as he was doing this, a circular saw started up outside of the little arena. It was to his left, although outside of the arena, and I was on his right. And this noise really rattled him. He crouched down, you know, he sank down into his hind end, and he was preparing to bolt. And he caught himself because I was there on his right side. And the fear was causing his body to continue to crouch and prepare to flee. After some panicked flailing, you know, kind of going side to side, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He whirled tight to his left and got himself out of that situation. He turned towards what frightened him rather than run me over. And I was so amazed at what happened. And believe me, when I saw this, I had been prepared to get myself out of his way, but no doubt I wouldn't have been quick enough to not get some sort of contact if he had bolted in my direction. So my red horse respected me. I'm not sure that's the perfect word, but I'm just going to use it. He respected me enough to stay out of my space in his panic. He proved to me, yet again, that he is my best teacher when it comes to him and to listen. Listen to both him and my impressions and intuition. And although I can't gift wrap what he offered me, it's still one of the best gifts ever. And so I think his message to me and what I can share out from that, and I'm sure that he would really appreciate if we all listened to our horses better and created guidelines, I guess, or benchmarks, set our intentions for the partnership that we have with our horse based on the horse that we have in front of us. And of course, you know, that might even change a little bit on moment to moment or day to day, but to really be in the present moment, look at our horse, how they are in that moment, and go from there. And I think that our horses will end up appreciating that more than we can ever put into words. So thank you for listening to this special message and sharing my present with me. And if you would like a little more horse inspiration, you can check out our Facebook page at Hidden Promise, our website, confidencethroughconnection.com. I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye for now.